Yes.
No Faf, no AB. You see it as a calamity or a huge opportunity for other guys to raise their hands and say, I will take the medal?
Exactly that. It obviously is tough to not have them. We're playing against a very, very strong team, and we would like to be at full strength. We have got, in the back of our minds, our eyes on the World Cup, so we want to win this series, there's no doubt about that, but we do see this as a great opportunity to get some game time into our next best players, also to have a look at them under pressure. So even though the results not great, there's I think a lot of good can come out of this, and also, as you say, there are some, even though AB and Faf aren't playing, there are some very senior players that are still playing, and it's a great opportunity for them to put their hands up and start winning some games.
In international cricket, do you believe in this word of learning curve?
For guys playing their first few games, yes. The international cricket is a whole new ball game to domestic cricket. There's massive pressures. You're playing against quality players. There's no weak links in any side you come up against. So there is a learning curve for younger players. Obviously, you hope that they come in and perform, but obviously not for senior players.
Dale, what would you say has gone wrong in the first two ODIs in terms of the batting, and how do you aid it as well? Because I'm looking at the mode of dismissals and how the dismissals have happened. How do you maybe aid that?
We obviously haven't scored enough runs. I thought in Durban, the Faf's innings was unbelievable. He really got us to a total that gave us a chance. It wasn't a winning total, but it gave us a chance. And obviously, trying to keep the guys as positive as we can. I think against spin, you still need to score. You need to look to score. Today, I thought we had the intent. There were a few balls that guys were looking to score and headed straight to fielders and got out. And I'd much rather they're playing that way than being too scared to actually hit the ball. And we can learn a lot from the way the Indian batters play spin. Any loose ball that our spinners bowl, they are looking to hit it for 4 or 6. So I think there is a bit of learning to be done there. The other tough thing is you're playing against 2 wrist spinners that not a lot of players have played against. And it does take time to get used to their change-ups, their variations.
Just to follow up there, do you believe maybe that the batsmen need to play a little bit more spin in the nets in the middle in preparation for facing these Indian spinners? Has that been done? Would you suggest something of that nature for the rest of the tour?
Yeah, we've got very little time. Unfortunately, we've gone straight from a test series on quite sporty seeming wickets. Obviously not the one here, but straight into the ODIs, and now you come up against a huge challenge. So yes, it's a big challenge. I thought we had a very good practice yesterday. Guys were in the nets. We've got 2 wrist spinners, so they were practicing against them, most of the top order. But things don't just turn around overnight. So there isn't much time to practice. But I don't think today that we got out to the spinners bowling us out. I think we had some soft dismissals there. And I also think the positive thing is we probably not even at 50% of our capabilities with bat and ball. And it's just obviously our job as the coaching staff to try and get out the best in them. But it's not always easy when things are just moving from one day to the next.
Yes, Ken?
Dale, just speaking of the new guys, how would you rate Kai Zondo's contribution today?
I think he looked very comfortable. I thought he played the spin very well. And again, really was trying to push on the score to give us a winning total. I feel if we had just carried on, everyone obviously wants to bat deep, but you saw the way they played. If we had got 220 or 230, I don't think that's a winning total. So at least there was that awareness that he felt he was in. He was picking the bowlers, and he was trying to get us to a winning total rather than just a manageable total. So I think it was a good debut from him. And yeah, I think he's obviously going to take a bit of time to find his feet, but he really did look comfortable.
Shmita?
Chahal and Yadav relatively both are new to the Indian team.
And they also have admitted that at times they've not known what to do on tracks here. It's new for them also. So from a very South African perspective, like what is it? Is it a block in terms of trying to understand? You spoke about trying to spend some time in the middle. Can you just explain that a little more in terms of like how that works? In the sense you all have got wrist spinners in the team. So
Yes.
what essentially is going wrong there?
I think they obviously bring a challenge where they bowl actually very slowly. Our wrist spinners bowl quite fast. And on our domestic wickets, we actually bowl the ball pretty quickly, and it's almost easier to get your ones. They bowl the ball quite slowly, and to be fair, in South Africa we don't get a lot of spin. So it is always an issue. I think it's something that I'm trying to introduce into our normal everyday practices, that we keep practicing spin. We're very, very competent against the seamers, but it is something that might take a bit of time.
So it's the slowness that has been like the problem.
Yeah, I think we're quite amazed how slow they actually bowl. And then obviously when you're a wrist spinner, the slower you bowl, the more the ball does turn on any surface. But I just feel because of the slowness, there are also scoring opportunities, and I'd rather our batters are starting to look for that than just sort of plodding around.
Is there a temptation to make also changes in the middle order after to work performances?
No, I think we obviously know we've got 6 games, and I think that we obviously there is a squad, and we want to give opportunities in this series. But 2 games for me is not an opportunity. I think I'm not a selector though, so I think we want to give guys the opportunity to actually come back. And I don't think there's, with AB and Faf out, I really do believe this is the best team we've got. And it's a matter of the guys just actually being as good as they can be. I don't think we've been anywhere near as good as we can be.
Yeah, how would you rate these 2 spinners from India with the ones that toured South Africa? I mean, it's been just 2 games, but still.
Yeah, they're very good, obviously very good spinners. They're very young, and you've had some fantastic spinners in the past. The difference is they're both obviously wrist spinners. Your other spinners have been either off spinners or left arm. Kumble is another one that has been here, but didn't really spin the ball away from the bat. And like I said, he bowled pretty quick, which then makes it easy. The ball comes onto the bat. We find these guys are a little bit slower, but I think we've had a good look at them now in 2 games, and I'm pretty sure our performances will improve as the series goes on.
Can I get the last few, Stuart?
Dale, you made mention of now the series is very much being seen in the context of the World Cup next year. I'm wondering how much of a distraction or a kind of a mental shift and softness that is made for the players, knowing that there's so much focus on 2019 that we can almost take it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think that focus is from our point of view, from a management point of view. When these guys get the green and gold on, they want to win. And everyone feels today was, let's make no mistake, not a great day for South African cricket, not a great day for these guys. So individually, they all want to perform. They all want to be in a winning team. So as much as we are looking at the bigger picture as a management, every day these guys walk out to play, they want to win. So there's no distraction at all. They're feeling it today for sure.
Yes, sir.
You spoke about how these 2 spinners are fairly new, and even in the nets your bowlers are quicker. So as a batting coach, what do you do? How do you coach your batsmen to face these guys? Like what is it?
It's very difficult unless we can call them to our nets for the next net practice. That's the beauty of international cricket. We've got to come up with a plan. Every batter I feel has got the ability to do it. We've now had 2 games. There's no excuses. We do try. We've got a few obviously net bowlers that come in that are a little bit slower. We try and replicate it as much as we can. You saw Justin Ontong bowling with his knee down, trying to bowl like the offie. So, as management and coaches, we try and give the guys everything that we can, but at the end of the day, the batters have got to work it out, and they've got to play to their own game plans, and obviously do the job out in the middle. So there isn't much more that you can do in the nets. You're not going to get them to come and bowl at you. So that's the tough thing, the mentally tough thing about international cricket.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Good.